We are back. We're in that Champions League draw for the first time in over 6 years. And the draw is finally done. We are in that draw. Hello and welcome to Up the Arsenal. We have found ourselves drawn into Group B of the Champions League this season. And we have got PSV Eindhoven, RC Lens and Sevilla. So that is not a bad group. That it should be a pretty good group for Arsenal. We should, I think, definitely make it out of the group stage of the Champions League and hopefully finish top of the group. Sevilla, you know what they like to do? They like to finish third in the group and go down and win the Europa League. They've done that many times, so maybe they'll do it again. But we're also joined by PSV again. Can you believe it? We had them in the Europa League last season. And we've got them in the Champions League this season. What is going on? Now that's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great because they did beat us away 2-0 last year. But we did beat them at home 1-0. So we need to be at the top of that game against PSV. Do let me know in the comments below what you think of this draw for Arsenal. I think that this is a pretty good draw. I think that it's not bad at all for the first time back in the Champions League. And I really do think that we should be making it top of the group. Of course, when you make it top of the group, you play a second place team from another group in the round of 16. So that is why we want to be top of the group. We don't want to be playing a first finisher team in another group. Because I think that we should be getting to at least the quarterfinal of this Champions League. Anything other than that would not be acceptable with the money that we have spent. Man City, the champions, have been joined into Group G there with Leipzig, Red Star and Young Boys. And Newcastle have got the group of death. Yes. Newcastle was drawn against PSG, Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan. That is definitely a group of death. Group F is a very tasty group. And Newcastle might not make it out of the group stage with that group there. It's going to be a very interesting group. That game with some top quality games in it. The Champions League starts on the week of 19th or 20th of September. We don't know any dates that we are playing yet. That will be confirmed over the next few days. Hopefully we have to go to some Champions League games. We don't know what it's going to be yet. It'll probably be a ballot system, but it might be on a first come first serve, but I doubt it. So hopefully get to go to some Champions League game because I'd really love to get back to some Champions League games. Of course, our first game, we don't know who it's going to be against yet, but that will be in between Everton and Tottenham. Yes, we will have Everton and Tottenham either side of our first Champions League game. And Manchester United have been drawn against Bayern Munich and Copenhagen and Galatasaray. And talking about Manchester United, a little preview about the game this weekend. We are playing Manchester United this weekend. We are playing them on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. at home at the Emirates. Now, we do normally beat Manchester United at the Emirates. And after dropping points against Fulham last week, we do need to beat them. And talking about Fulham, this is actually my first video since that. That was a really disappointing game. Yeah, that was a really disappointing game. We drawed 2-2. We did take the lead. We did draw 2-1 eventually. And I thought that my prediction of 2-1 was going to come true. But Fulham went down to 10 men and we concede against 10 men. Are you having a laugh? That is not the way of champions. And Arteta needs to stop with this experiment he is doing. More on that in just a moment. But Fulham scored in the first minute of the game. That's the third time it's happened in as many games recently. And it is not acceptable. It has got to stop. This has got to be sorted. Arteta needs to sort this out. We cannot keep conceding in the first minute of games. It is totally unacceptable. He won't start this experiment for too long. So Manchester United is this weekend, and like I said, Arteta needs to stop with this experiment that he is doing. Playing Partey at right back, I said it in a Fulham preview, needs to stop. I was right in the Fulham preview, and I'm right again now. It has to stop. We want to see a midfield of Rice and Partey in the midfield. We do not want this experiment of Partey at the right back just to fit Havertz, who is not working right now. Keep Havertz on the bench. Let's hope that he does not do this experiment against Manchester United. Otherwise, we could be in deep, deep trouble. And we will not win the league with this experiment. So Arteta, stop this experiment. Arteta is worrying me right now with his selections, trying to fit Havertz in. It is really, really worrying what he is doing, putting Thomas Partey at right back, leaving out Gabriel, saying that there's not going to be no number ones, no first choice players. You sometimes need that. You need to know who your best players are. It is really worrying. So I hope that Arteta gets his head in the game and sorts out the mess that he is creating right now. Of course, he has brought Arsenal back. He has made it stronger. So hopefully, of course, this is the final match before the international break. After this, there's no matches for 2 weeks due to the international break. And Eddie Nketiah got a call up to the England squad. So well done, Eddie. Although what happened with Ben White, he's still not picking Ben White. Something clearly happened at the World Cup last year. And he's still not picking Ben White, which is really disappointing. He needs to sort it out. Picking Harry Maguire again, who has not played a single minute of football for Manchester United. Sooner Southgate goes, the better, I think. Anyway, this is an Arsenal video. So we dropped vital points last week. We cannot afford to lose them this week. Now, I'm not going to this game. However, I am going to the Manchester City game. Yes, I've got tickets. They're all guaranteed. I got picked out of the ballot, and I am going to the Manchester City game. The ballot has finally come true, so very happy and very excited to get back to the Emirates in October. And just a quick update. Yes, yesterday we did a live video for the Carabao Cup, and we got drawn against Brentford away. And of course, David Raya is on loan from Brentford, but it has been confirmed that he can play in that game. So this could be his first game for Arsenal, unless he's picked for the Champions League game or even any other game in between that. So, interesting about that, but that's not until the end of September. And of course, today is the last day of the summer transfer window that's been open since June. Now, I was hoping that Arsenal was going to get somebody else in because of Timber's injury. We needed another centre-back or left-back or, whatever. But I've not really heard any news. Now, of course, it is the last day. Something could happen. But it sounds as though we're not going to get anybody and blow it, basically. Because, I don't know if we have done enough now. With Timber, we did have kind of enough. But I don't know if we have done enough now. Declan Rice was a fantastic addition. Kai Havertz has not been a good addition so far. And Timber is injured, so that's irrelevant. But he was looking great. But yeah, it is very disappointing that it doesn't look like we're going to get anybody else. Of course, we really could have done with a striker as well, but that's not happening in this window. Of course, Balogun left the other day. Of course, Nuno Tavares also signed for Forest the other day. And we were hearing rumours of Rob Holding leaving, which I hope that is going to happen. Right now, I do not think that we have enough to win the league now at the moment. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I don't know if we will win the league or even challenge for it with what we've got right now and how we've started this season quite poorly compared to last season, unfortunately. Of course, that all depends what happens against Manchester United. If we win against Manchester United, then actually we're in a stronger position than what we were. But if we draw or lose, we're in a worse position, and City are already running away with it. We will have to wait and see what this season brings. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Up the Arsenal. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. Of course, there'll be a match reaction to Manchester United on Sunday evening. And coming up next weekend, providing it is edited and I'm happy with it, you will see the Emirates Stadium tour that we did recently. So make sure you subscribe to see that. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.